Let's get the Feer 500. I know Nightbot's spamming about it all the time, but if you guys want to check out that Feer 500, it'd be much appreciated. We're getting a $500 tournament for these guys, $500 league really. As we get into these games, we always have that prize pool up in the top left. That's money donations, PayPal donations. That goes to these guys and whoever wins the game. Right now, bits, subs, all that kind of stuff that support the stream are going to go towards creating the prize pools, like the $5 prize pool that we have right now, or the $500 prize pool for the league that we're creating. So any support is greatly appreciated. But let's get into this. We got Dreaz versus NightOwl. Good game here, as both these guys ranked high. NightOwl ranked as high as number 9 recently. We're saying that, even though right now he's only ranked number 36. But Dreaz has been hanging around the top 5, really, but recently dipped down all the way to 14, which, you know, means you're doing pretty well. If on a bad day, you're dropping all the way down to 14. But NightOwl comes in with all the momentum, as he's got 2 series under his belt just today. Has only dropped 1 game, so he's 6-1 in games today. Going up first against Drew in his debut, and most recently against Sammy. Sammy playing the last couple games close, but at the end of it all ends up losing 3-1. So NightOwl now gets his opportunity against Dreaz. We've seen NightOwl and Dreaz play before, or I should say I've seen NightOwl and Dreaz play before, back when Dreaz was pushing for top 1 in NA. This bump did not seem to matter too much at the time. Did not realize that NightOwl was going to be able to get a goal out of this. I'm not sure, was NightOwl? Yes, he was. NightOwl was trying to get that bump. So good play from him, as he maybe made the read that that ball was headed to the net if he just demoed Dreaz. So NightOwl is going to go up 2-0. NightOwl's talked in the past about enjoying playing against Dreaz. But like I was saying, when Dreaz was making the push for top 1 in NA, these guys were queued up against each other a few times on Dreaz's stream. I think Dreaz got the better of him those times, as he did eventually get number 1 in North America. But here they are for the first time playing on stream and playing for a little bit of a prize pool. And NightOwl takes the early lead. Both these guys seem to be fairly aerial based. I'm not sure how much warm-up Dreaz has had for this series, as sounds like he was talking about eating dinner right before this, as he is just gonna find himself doing almost nothing as he dives deep under a bounce dribble. NightOwl hits him with that long shot to go up 3-0. Dreaz with the second best record of anybody on stream, 7-2, losing his first game to Sharp, and most recently losing the huge show match we had set up for him against Kinsey. So Kinsey maintained that perfect record, but nice air dribble from Dreaz to get his first goal against NightOwl here. Drew trying to get a pinch off the wall. What that's going to end up doing is just giving away possession, but NightOwl hands it right back. Dreaz with low boost, though, is going to pound it once again, as these two just try and trade possession. Dreaz does get a nice boost steal. NightOwl looking starved out in his net. Nice squishy save attempt from him, but it is not going to connect. Dreaz is going to get goal number 2. Seemed like, oh, NightOwl actually got a touch on that. I was going to say, it seemed like NightOwl was lined up perfectly for it, but he just got there a little bit too early, as he just tapped that ball into Dreaz. Dreaz with just a little bit too strong of a tap on that wall. Means NightOwl's going to get a shot attempt from it, but NightOwl puts a weak one on. Dreaz has no trouble saving it. Good boost starvation from Dreaz here, as we've seen him control the boost at the beginning of this game. Up early for this. He's going to have to try and squeeze it in at the top of the net, but gets himself caught in the air, using up all his boost. He's going to need a flick to just slow NightOwl down. NightOwl taken to the skies. Isn't able to get under that ball well enough. Has to bring it down far outside the net. Nice 50 from Dreaz on the wall means he's going to tie it up. Almost put it too high, but these guys don't miss in these situations. Nice wall 50-50. Interesting shot attempt there from NightOwl. I think he thought he saw an opportunity to hit a pinch. And Dreaz just moving that ball out of the way, making NightOwl slam straight into it. Big challenge from Dreaz. Scares NightOwl enough to drop the ball. Nice Goomba stomp here to slow down Dreaz on the counterattack. Really good opportunity here. This ball bouncing right outside the box for NightOwl. Plays it a little bit too slow though, as his flick does not make it around Dreaz. Pressure stays on. This flick will go in and he'll go back up by 1, 4-3. What's going on, Arachner? The POW is right. NightOwl with an impressive display at the beginning of this game here. Seems to certainly be taking advantage of the fact that he's all warmed up with a couple series, something he maybe needs going against a talented and as experienced player as Dreaz. We were just recently able to finally convince NightOwl to come into his own show match, as he's been watching from the sidelines for a long time. But we don't know why, as he's finally made his debut and he's really been crushing it. As Dreaz just misses out on what maybe was meant to be a low 50-50. NightOwl is going to get a 5th goal. Thank you, Mikey Jin, for the follow. We have seen Dreaz favor taking the ball up the wall and setting up air dribbles and opportunities where he's given, you know, all the space in the world to do whatever he wants. This one, though, he loses a little bit of control of, and his low 50-50 is won fairly easily by NightOwl. Gonna go up 3 with 55 seconds left. Nice 4th goal here for Dreaz to get one back, though. We need to get some more water. Getting a little parched here. NightOwl continuing his kickoff dominance tonight, though, is going to keep that lead up by 3. If there's anybody who can challenge him on his kickoffs, it's most likely Dreaz, but so far, NightOwl continuing what he started earlier today. Well, these guys love to make me look wrong, as we're racking up 4 or 5 goals, it feels like, in the last 45 seconds. Dreaz going to put one back on. NightOwl faking a touch on the wall, takes it down for a dribble, but puts a lot of space in between him and Dreaz, but it ends up working out. Felt like NightOwl let that ball get way too far away from him. Dreaz seemed like he could take this one away, but maybe just caught with his car completely turned around the other way. He did not see NightOwl, did not know what kind of challenge was coming out from him. Ends up just flipping early to try and stay in front of it, but ends up looking silly. Another kickoff goal for NightOwl. Dreaz has had enough of maybe this server, or I don't know, as he seems to be forfeiting game number 1. We got 15 seconds left. I'll hit the save replay on this and hop out with them. NightOwl, the dunk master, up 1-0 in this best of 5 against Dreaz. Trying to put his name down as the 3rd player that's been able to get a loss out of him. Dreaz hopping out of the match in switching into the Stocktain after playing game 1 into Fennec. He's going to take this air dribble. Nice job to get NightOwl jumping off that wall. Perfect timing here from Dreaz. Gets up off this wall. Doesn't use any boost. Kind of falls with that ball just ever so slightly, which baits NightOwl into coming off to make his challenge. Using his boost at the perfect time. Kind of catches under the ball and takes it above him. Really good play there from Dreaz to get the first goal of game number 2. Almost able to turn in this kickoff goal, but is at least able to steal the boost and keep the pressure on. NightOwl puts some distance between him and Dreaz and goes for the backwards challenge and is just barely able to tip it, but not enough. And the pressure from Dreaz off the kickoff is eventually going to lead to the goal. Mikey Jin, I'm not sure if I mentioned, thanks for the follow, man. Dreaz, nice slow dribble here. NightOwl maybe giving him a little bit too much space. Finding himself on his back wall. Maybe didn't really have much of an option after the 50-50 at midfield. Just a little bit of a pop by Dreaz means the NightOwl is going to flip right between the space between Dreaz's car and the ball, which means an easy tap in for Dreaz. Dreaz has had enough after that game number 1. Did not like that he ended up dropping it. Has taken over the beginning of this game number 2. Dreaz taken to the air as he likes to do. Nice timing by Dreaz. This is something we've seen mostly from Dreaz. I'm surprised that we haven't started seeing it from more players, as it seems fairly simple but so effective. Dreaz will start these air dribbles and just kind of float near the ball and set them up so that his last touch comes right outside the box of the opposing player, right when that player needs to decide how they're going to defend it, and almost always ends up in him tapping it above them. Dreaz up super early for this challenge, something we see a lot from him. When someone's going for air dribbles or flip resets, he's not able to get the full counterattack from him, though. Something that is going to work fairly effectively against NightOwl, who does like to set up those opportunities. Dreaz looking to make a statement here in this game number 2, not letting NightOwl score a single goal. Using up all his boost to try and get this double, but NightOwl taps it away. Dreaz, nice 50-50 with 12 boosts in front of NightOwl's net, playing very confident. Taking away both mid and corner boosts. Maybe didn't realize that NightOwl had some boosts of his own. Good fake from him, though, as he's able to squeeze this ball past Dreaz. A little bit of a pop. Faking the aerial shot and taking it on the ground. Squeezing it by Dreaz. What's going on, Chronic? As NightOwl is able to score his first goal in game 2. Dreaz with the kickoff win. He's all warmed up. He's had enough of NightOwl scoring off those kickoffs. NightOwl, a little bit of a slow play. Forces Dreaz into a shadow. Nice bump from him, but the ball's going so slow that Dreaz should be able to get to it. A last-second backflip to try and redirect that ball over him is not good enough, and Dreaz is going to get a dribble opportunity here. A nice fake challenge from NightOwl forces Dreaz up, but then NightOwl doesn't actually do anything off of it. He's able to get Dreaz in the air, but because he committed to turning around and angling his car in such a way that he did not have an opportunity to steal that ball, he ends up just putting himself in a worse spot. I do like to see those fake challenges coming out from NightOwl in those situations when he was just fully retreating to his net in the past and giving complete space to his opponent. Nice 50-50 at midfield, and Dreaz is going to go up 7-1. Thank you, Lazy Nutria, for the follow. We got the Brazil here for Dreaz in game number 2. Going for the wheel. Slow 50-50 kickoff. Doesn't really work for him as NightOwl is able to win it. And nice play from him as he gets the flip reset. But good car positioning from Dreaz to make it so there was no window to squeeze it by. Despite the impressive play by NightOwl. Another low 50-50 is not going to go in. NightOwl early backflip challenge is going to get read by Dreaz. He could read that by language. Nice save, though, by NightOwl to get back around this ball. He's going to tap it over to his corner, but Dreaz has already taken the boost. And Dreaz just so fast to corral this ball after this tap. NightOwl wants to forfeit this game number 1, or game number 2, which is fair. Dreaz forfeited game number 1. Not something we see very often in these show matches, but I'll let these guys do it if they really want to. Yo, thank Blessinade for the follow. So game number 1 goes to NightOwl, and a little bit of a barn burner, at least towards the end of the game. It was close. Dreaz did end up giving the forfeit, and then in game number 2, Dreaz with just absolute domination, only let 1 goal into his net. NightOwl gives us the forfeit with about a minute left. So here we are, all tied up 1-1. And NightOwl with a nice dribble move here. Kind of freezes Dreaz in his tracks and then finishes it off with a bump attempt. Doesn't connect on it, but it doesn't matter if that ball's going to still go in the net. Dreaz wins this kickoff here, elects to not flick it, realizing that flicking it would just improve the 50-50 for NightOwl. Lets NightOwl instead just tap it off to the wall. Boost Starvation game starts here. NightOwl leaving a little bit of an open net. Nice placement from Dreaz. Really wide swing from NightOwl here in defense. Dreaz is able to put a fast shot on and potentially punish him for him. NightOwl will see with such a wide corral into his own net, ended up having to slam on the brakes because he needed to speed so much just to catch back up to the net. And then after slamming on the brakes, can't get the speed that he needs to get up for the save. This guy's tied 1-1. 45 seconds into this game 3. NightOwl clearing this ball over to the side and grabbing the boost. Dreaz snipes him off the wall, though, with a little bit of a bump, and a poor challenge from NightOwl means Dreaz is going to get a nice low boost goal. Dreaz unafraid to stay aggressive in those low boost situations. NightOwl just got bumped so high on wall, you end up having an awkward chance on the save. Winner of this game puts themselves on match point. And NightOwl just convinces Dreaz to go up early for a challenge and completely misses on the ball. Nice fake there by NightOwl. Subtle, but clear in the replay. Neither of these guys with a kickoff advantage. NightOwl with a kickoff advantage in game 1, but Dreaz took it right back in game number 2 in an 8-1 blowout. Nice speed here from Dreaz to try and put that ball on net faster than NightOwl expected, but ends up missing just ever so slightly wide. He's forced to get up early for a save. Almost got back to this ball in time, but the pressure from NightOwl will be too much. 70 boost, nice tap away. Jumps off the wall quick to get back to it, but loses just a little bit too much height. Ends up being under the ball for NightOwl's second attempt. NightOwl double jump pop. Going for the bump. Dreaz just gets caught watching, knowing he can't go up or he'll get hit. Perfect placement from NightOwl. Those slow shots are sometimes hard to lob right into the top of the net. You know, those power shots that you're sending with that essentially upward angle from the ground, those are easy to place compared to the lobbing ones that need to go above the goal and come back down. Dreaz maybe hoping to get a touch as he flipped towards that boost, but he didn't get one. NightOwl going to put a 5th goal, and all of a sudden, NightOwl looking at a 3-goal lead. Dreaz in the chat says, no problem. NightOwl almost able to corral that one in for another kickoff goal. He's going to shadow close this time. And Dreaz will try and hit a long shot in. He's able to take it away. A little bit of a whiff from Dreaz is not going to matter as he lets his ball roll in slow. NightOwl going up for what would have been a good shot. I don't think Dreaz meant to fake there, but it ends up working out for him. Interesting kickoff as he just lets this ball go straight in. I don't know what Dreaz was thinking. He puts the whoops in chat as we skip right past that one. Dreaz seems unafraid in those low boost situations on offense. Strong tap off the wall. NightOwl's not able to get up high enough to get a good 50-50 there, but Dreaz with low boost can't get behind the ball. The shot put high. Means it's just going to be a pass over to NightOwl. NightOwl not able to catch the ball for a dribble off of his tap. Means Dreaz is going to be able to take it away. So he resets on his own half of the field. Nice air dribble, good pop from him, but NightOwl does make the read. Dreaz so good at mixing up those air dribble attacks. Sometimes taking him down, sometimes pogo sticking him as we've seen him do before. That time, just popping it on the ground, almost sneaking it past NightOwl. Nice flick from him. Little Geno flick, as we like to call it here. At this point, we just call any strong flick from the left side of the field a Geno flick. But really, that wasn't much of a Geno flick. Geno does the 90-degree ones. Dreaz in control off this kickoff, something he's going to need to keep doing if he wants to come back in this game. But a power shot is not nearly strong enough to scare NightOwl. NightOwl was able to save it away fairly simply, but Dreaz keeps the pressure on and might sneak this one to the top corner off the crossbar and post. Might be able to get the low 50-50, and he does to end up securing the goal. Nice speed here from Dreaz, something we've seen from him before. When falling behind in games, I think he just feels confident when the pace of the game increases. So we'll end up seeing him kind of slap easy goals to save on net. As long as that ball speed stays high, he has faith in himself to eventually get that goal. This first tap goes real high, but NightOwl just sits and waits. Is able to save out the second attempt. NightOwl's been forced to play a lot of defense the past 3 minutes. I think he had an opportunity to take that ball away there, but is playing maybe a little bit scared. Lets Dreaz take that ball again. The risk that NightOwl seems to like to take when stuck in his own half. Almost prefers to just play defense and go up for those saves and give some free shots, and maybe this is wise. He's able to keep all the attempts out of net and then grabs a demo midfield and goes up 2. .30 seconds left. NightOwl looking to go on game point. I'm not sure what this kickoff is for Dreaz, but he's had enough of this game number 3 as these guys are making a trend out of forfeiting now. With 30 seconds left, 3 goals. That's certainly an interesting forfeit. Dreaz might have met his match with a in fuego NightOwl. Dreaz gets the first kickoff victory of game number 4. Nice boost steal there as he's able to flip right over NightOwl to keep the pressure on. Ends up dribbling this ball to midfield, which means NightOwl's going to have time to grab boost. Low 50-50 pinch. Pushes the ball into the corner. Dreaz able to find a quality opportunity out of this, though. NightOwl seems to be comfortable playing defense. Something that wasn't really working for him before, and this time the pressure is too much, as Dreaz will eventually get a goal at 420. Smart play by Dreaz here to go steal that corner boost instead of tapping that ball away, realizing that he was going to be in a tough situation. If he tapped the ball away without grabbing the boost, then NightOwl just puts himself in a tough spot. Nice power shot from Dreaz is going to make him pay. I think NightOwl missed that mid boost and then flipped awkwardly in front of his net, just put himself in no man's land. Dreaz is going to be able to punish him for that every time. Nice 50-50 on the wall for NightOwl. It's not going to quite take that ball in the net. Power shot from Dreaz. Something we start to see from him is he wants to get his mojo back, it seems like. He's willing to just power these shots that honestly, most of the time, don't have any chance of going in, but he'd just rather play on those second and third attempts. He's fine with slamming the first one hard, forcing out a slight save, and then continuing on from there, it seems like. But he is going to lose track of this ball on his own half. Not going to be able to get back in front of it for the 50-50 save. Certainly was trying to tap it there for the dribble, but just missed it by a couple pixels. NightOwl, no flip on this kickoff. A little delayed kickoff. It's the first time we've seen either of these guys mix it up. Did not mean to switch to this cam, by the way. As we'll go back to the player view here. Dreaz rolling this ball into the corner. Gets slapped away and NightOwl takes to the air. Not a great first touch though, means he's not going to get a good opportunity off of it and might even get counterattacked. He is able to get around the ball for the first attempt, but not the second one, as Dreaz puts on his third goal. Dreaz in command of this game number one. NightOwl looking to finish the series like he finished the last one, winning 3-1. Both these guys top players. Hope to see both of them qualified for our future league that we're so excited about, where we'll see this matchup again, if so. NightOwl just a little bit slow to this ball. Dreaz should have slammed that one in. Ends up pushing it just a little bit wide. Not sure why NightOwl thought Dreaz wasn't going to take that ball from him. Dreaz with boost, good play off the wall to keep NightOwl out of net. NightOwl sniping a bump, but low boost for him. Isn't going to matter as he steals corner. Both these guys playing chicken. NightOwl with a slow turn. He's going to give control to Dreaz, but he knows that he can keep Dreaz out of the net. These guys playing really passive right now as they're willing to just kind of trade possession back and forth. Seeing a little bit more of that passiveness out of Dreaz as he sets up a flick opportunity, but elects to instead just take the safe option, stay behind the ball, and not really have an opportunity to score. But his flick at midfield is just going to be a pass to NightOwl. Nice flip reset from him. Dreaz is able to keep it out of the net, though. Early jump from him, but he uses his flip to stay low. And he's going to get behind that ball. Might be able to counterattack here to make it 4-1. Impressive display of defense from Dreaz. And a speedy counterattack is going to put him up 3. Dreaz in control of kickoffs in this game, number 4. Which is definitely the way to maintain your lead. That's how NightOwl's come back in the past, but Dreaz doing well to keep him out of it. Nice flip reset from NightOwl. In previous attempts, we saw Dreaz go up early. This time he plays it a little bit slower, but the same result for him is he's able to stop it either way. Puts on a 5th goal, 30 seconds left. And as we give Dreaz credit for keeping NightOwl out of the kickoff goals, he gets one here. Tie it back, or not tie it back up, but push it back down to only down 3. NightOwl, the way he's been kicking off tonight, certainly should not be throwing a forfeit in a game like this, 24 seconds left. He's hit enough kickoff goals to get 3 in a row, no doubt, as Dreaz is going to put a flick high that might be able to go to NightOwl, but Dreaz does a good job to push it to the wall. NightOwl takes to the air. Lets that air dribble get a little bit too far out ahead of him. Means he's not going to be able to change the direction enough to keep Dreaz from saving it with 4 seconds left. It is over. Doesn't matter if NightOwl gets another one. Dreaz is going to force game number 5. Well, we got game number 5. NightOwl versus Dreaz. Not a lot of people have been able to take Dreaz to game number 5, and in this situation, NightOwl seems to be in control of the game. I think actually when Gino took him to game number 5, Gino did go up 2-1 just like NightOwl has. But something about the way NightOwl's been playing just feels a little bit more threatening than when Gino went up against him. I think Dreaz kind of stole that game number 5 by a mile. We'll see if he's able to do that again as he gets the first goal against NightOwl. Nice power slide here. Put that ball far behind NightOwl, who was expecting a power shot. NightOwl taking this ball off the wall, trying to take control of it, but a really poor 50-50 means Dreaz is going to get a second goal, just barely though, as he almost misses it off the far post. NightOwl with just a poor touch back towards his own wall. Ends up putting his car in a bad spot, not able to get a favorable 50-50. Those situations frequently hard to take control off of. I don't know if these guys are getting the packet loss that I am, but hopefully they're not. As I was saying, those catch and dribble situations where you have to jump off the wall and follow that ball down are certainly difficult. These guys are actually capable of doing it more often than not, but not the first time we've seen a slip up on one of those catches resulting in a goal for the opponent. Both of these guys have been able to slow each other's kickoff game in the past couple of games here. Dreaz with low boost. Trying to be unpredictable, not take that boost over to the side wall, but instead cut it early, but NightOwl makes that read. NightOwl take it to the air again, but yet another poor first touch means he's not going to be able to get anything out of it. Ends up having to retreat. Dreaz gives him space and tries to challenge early, almost gets punished for it, but NightOwl's miss goes high. Dreaz does well to set up a 50-50 with his wheels to keep that ball from moving towards his net. This counterattack, he's going to go for the low 50-50, and it is going to work as he's going to go up 3-1. I don't think I'm crazy here when I say that it seems like NightOwl likes to play defense right in front of his net a little bit more than the average player on stream. He's able to take this one to the wall, but has to use up all his boost just to initiate that dribble. Quick play from Dreaz. Oh, interesting that Dreaz didn't go for that double tap on the wall. Maybe he was certain that NightOwl was going to get back in time, but I don't think that was the case. If he had just tried to rush it, he would have been able to sneak it past him. Figured it wasn't worth it with his low boost, because missing in that kind of situation definitely means you would counterattack. Nice bump by NightOwl, though. This is like the 6th time he's hit it tonight, it feels like. I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but that double jump pop to bump is working great for him. It's 2-3 at 2:33. Nice flick here from NightOwl, just perfect placement. A little bit of a delay on the first jump. Gets that extra power. All tied up 3-3 in game number 5. Game 1 going to NightOwl, 2 to Dreaz, 3 to NightOwl, and 4 to Dreaz. So these guys trading back and forth. If the pattern continues, we'll see a NightOwl victory, but Dreaz is going to put on a 4th goal. These guys are able to get so much power on those ground shots that we just don't see out of most players. Nice save here from Dreaz. Actually, he's not able to keep it out. Almost, though, an impressive save on this kickoff. Let's watch this again from Dreaz's perspective. Definitely lost the kickoff, but a nice early jump. Actually gets in front of the ball, but ends up just redirecting it to a different part of the net. Almost an insane save from Dreaz to keep that kickoff goal out of his net. Interesting decision from Dreaz to go take that mid boost. Maybe he was trying to just take all the boost and leave NightOwl in his own half starved out, but not able to grab the mid boost and his own corner boost. NightOwl did not like that 50-50 in the corner. Likes to turn back towards his net and clear it across the net. Early flick from Dreaz. Something we've seen a little bit from him. Almost likes playing in these situations after the save. A little fake from him. A little bit too much of a fake, though, as he ends up flying away from the ball. Nice 50 from NightOwl. This ball on pace, but Dreaz with the boost advantage should be able to get back. Not quite. And NightOwl, with a minute left in Game 5, puts himself up 1. Good job to get that boost pad there, that last 12 boost he was going to need to get up to that ball before Dreaz, using that diagonal flip to make sure he landed right on top of it. That's the difference between him squeezing that ball past Dreaz and Dreaz getting there in time. Dreaz setting up a good opportunity for himself. Again, NightOwl put himself so far away from the net. Loves to flip out wide and come back. I guess this time going for boost, but putting himself just inches away from the net where he likes to play defense. Usually we'll see those defenders come out a little bit more than that, maybe a couple car lengths off the net, but he just wants to save it in the last centimeter. Dreaz not able to get a bounce dribble started here. It's NightOwl with a well-timed challenge to take it away. NightOwl keeping the pressure on. Dreaz thought he was going to have an opportunity to set up a dribble, but he is able to take over possession as he takes the ball and the boost. Another long shot from Dreaz as he likes to play the rebound game. NightOwl prioritizing grabbing that mid boost. Looking like it's going to work for him as he starts some boost starvation on Dreaz. Dreaz with 12, but is able to get a favorable 50-50. Means he's going to reset out here. 10 seconds left. This might be overtime in Game 5. A pound off the back wall means NightOwl should be able to counterattack it. That might be the end of the game if Dreaz is not able to get Oh, GG's from Dreaz. Not even going to go for this kickoff with 3 seconds left. It's certainly not over. Dreaz was trying to end the series himself, but misses wide. This ball bounces high and is definitely shootable, but does not get the dribble he needs. NightOwl giving Dreaz his 3rd loss ever on stream. NightOwl on fire today. GG's from both these guys. That was a really good series, and NightOwl is able to go 3-0 today.